Thinking about the legend of George Carlin with this documentary, I think it speaks to this because you do see a lot of people, I guess a figure in history who's now been long dead. Their words and their actions are kind of going to get manipulated by other forces, and now, it's like this person would have spoke for us, and he, would have been this, or this person would have been this, or this person would have been that. Speaking on modern day situations and where they would have sided, and getting into kind of one of the bigger, broader discussions I also want to have with this documentary is that with George Carlin, I guess you could say he's also been a person who's used as a figurehead, maybe for the right. Would you say that would that be the right terminology to use?
I think honestly, like every great philosopher great philosophers, great people in history, celebrities. This again, I'm gonna lean towards my leftist way of describing the world, just because where I come from. But you always have these people that are rebels in their time. That always push about the grain. That eventually get co-opted by the mainstream culture. You see it with a bunch of people. You see it with Malcolm X. You see it with Martin Luther King. Hell, we even saw it with the Fred Hampton movie, where they really try to make us feel sympathetic with the snitch character and try to present his humanity over the fact that he was portraying a movement that was trying to bring good to the community and trying to change the way people think of how their economic systems should be handled. So you see that in all brighter things. So there's always a war for these different type of cultural legends. It's just with George Carlin, he's he's just him. Like he's not really like a philosopher in the sense that you would see a traditional Plato, Nietzsche, Marx, Gramsci, or any of these type of people that were trying to put a philosophy in life. He was just someone that was giving his own express opinion on philosophies of what he sees and how he can make it funny. And you have a lot of people, especially in the right, that want to adopt that mentality because they think it gives them a justification to be as brutal, horrid, rude, and misogynistic and as racist as possible they could be on stage in the pursuit of just being an edgy comic. But even in his own in words, he has a infamous interview with Larry King in which he's talking about, I think it was either Sam Kinison or Andrew Dice Clay, where he talks about either one of them doing a bit about Jewish people. And he talks about, yeah, in comedy you can joke about anyone. There's really no sacred cows, but words are, and this is something he really understands. As he mentions, he is a wordsmith. He understands there's power in words and there's influence in words, and you could direct people in different ways with words. You could direct them to laugh, you could direct them to anger, you could direct them to frustration. And one of the things he talks about is, hey, you're making jokes about these people now. Well, the people that tend to laugh really hard at these jokes don't really like your people either. And that is something, the mentality you have to take in when you do these type of outlandish humors that might single out certain individual cultures